Alright, I have for any abusian for any questions. Remember, Ubia Kwaba Shonko, Edeno about possible multimedia. Me, I made the medium which I'm meeting. Eddie Francis Achu, aka possible any questions. So, me, say, I don't any ashay in Timino Menu now. Ubia, and where I had medical, I away say, am I on some age go, my gun and medical edit, you know, and no. And I bring a song for Francis Achu in some in your sea with social media. Not ya moon person, and who can woman be about the song. Possible multimedia. Any question so. And then so need the can we channel to YouTube. The best also by the brain watching video no I'm gonna play so share and like what comment subscribe and share content no and also recommend the channel no I'm up when so any videos ni bi ebusia saying in Rebecca 2019-2020 ena anas aremeyaw anas started say all investigation bi ache say or the better Ghana for nyina anim say enche bia or the number 12 video bi ebe babontin the likes of Honorable Kwesi Nyantechi and I said Mr. Kwesi Nyantechi, the then FIFA president of Oman Ghana. Yes, any for attitude be a omudin EBPP one say according to Anas, Sani Pano Aje bribe and I said Sanko for medical abo omudin allegedly Aje bribe and I said Omoje bribe and Sana Omwe Juma. What I say Ebusia and no and Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Léáks a year on one casa investigation on also edit video be so bad on thing about Amanabo editing which I said Honorable Kennedy or Hine Japan Eddie Anas nso video babon thing I say and no Emma you who say Anas quite of faso a yen in Vishimuno a quine bonnet and I say in your quine papa so and no and Anas Aremeyaw Anas and so ababon thing I say Yera Kennedy or Hine Japan egun ni mu asintino or the new court na court and find it ye papa Kennedy or Hine Japan na court e court na asem no ho edi asem no ma ye hu say Anas Aremeyaw Anas kwan ofa so edi ne dwuma no ampa enye ntin court kra e fa ho ebo Anas ka edi sika e de ma ye papa Kennedy or Hine Japan ma ye papa Kennedy or Hine Japan e de beto Ghana fo nyina anim say ni onfa Anas sika fi no emfa nye hwe no no kra no enya obeboa Anas ama Anas sika nemu senti or no Kennedy or Hine Japan ni bread den say kwan na Anas efa so e na dwuma no enso ani ebusia ye nyina ekoda adwen ho a ene amanebo ani ntemu eche say asem no ye di kan de ko high court na ene Anas say high court any ye intino or the assembly echo supreme court no and ama yewra Kennedy or Hine Japan edwa line so all can say he will either go to court on that day if mrano amane ho kwan ma na nyi Anas mass no emfi nanim amane bwani ntemu eje say papa koso ka say sada no se mrano amma ho kwan ma ono Kennedy or Hine Japan wanyi Anas enimu Anas anka say enyi nanim kra no no anka Kennedy or Hine Japan at the force ebeji nanim ama ye de ono akotum e wo jew e wo sha nsema ye papa Kennedy or Hine Japan atena na konya kese no so aka eneyi edoso e bo sha nsema okaye no edoso ndi kwan so mempese me kasa na be tenten no yenko ji nsem ne mu nchemu ankasa na ewia na etie dia yewura Paul Adom Ochin so eka
Parliament investigation Anas be won famra Parliament Anas bring the investigation
na no cross obey
or no say so obey investigation anything no kata so is Parliament more than judiciary anything no show judiciary na show Parliament
another so, of government
so hada na moye ni o masa eye okoto ne budwe nyanya nkyere de wonko I will fight for justice for every person in this country. And what all I'm doing is that justice for all, not justice in the interest of the strongest. We are not in a Plato's ideal world. Why esikafo and kwana justice? No.
So let me say we back court. I only me fireman, cashman. I be in court. I be there tantanas with him. And then you get the guy will remove everything for everybody to see who Anas. And yes, I a court to make up. But you know, court, I'm interpretation is a gun and need back up her. Only the to cover the face. Me say me the force be here didn't want him. I'm here limit. So I'm Rama Anas Kwan. So on Shamas and that day they'll jail me. I'll beat the shit out of the gun and take that thing out.
Okay, so that's the Kennedy Japan. But the more you listen to him, the more a lot of things run through your mind. I mean, should investigative journalists have the power to conduct an investigation and decide, I'll show this, I won't show that? And the reason why they don't show what they don't show may be for some reason that may be untoward that we may not know. Is that correct? I mean, should a journalist set out to do work, that when the work is finished, it brings opprobrium to his nation? His nation, a journalist, set out to do the work. When the work is finished, it brings opprobrium to his nation. Is that what we are doing? That Anas does the work, and when he's finished, Ghana football has collapsed since when? 20 whatever. Ghana football is still struggling. We don't even know where we are. We now have Keto Kriku as GFA president. Everything is gone haywire because of the work Anas did. Is that, I mean, reflecting on it, is that what a journalist should be doing? Here's Kutu Agyapong. He has something to say about that. Listen, Kutu Agyapong, the former president who was slaughtered by J.J. Rawlings and his cohorts in 1979. This is what he said.
All of us are inside, just like people traveling on a ship. If the ship sinks, we all sink. The ship sinks, we all sink with it. This is what most of them don't understand. They think they are outside the government. The government is a separate entity somewhere. If it is destroyed, fine. We are not saying that those who contribute articles to foreign press are not patriotic. We are not saying that. At least you can earn some foreign exchange when you go on holidays, you go to a nice hotel and enjoy yourself. But what we are saying is that don't destroy your country. If you know what your writing is wrong, don't do it, because you do your country more harm than good. And this is all the foreign press want. They don't want any developing country to come up to their standard. This you must accept. And once they can use you to destroy your own country, so much the better for them. But if any journalist continues, these people you are talking about, very soon I'll ask the Commissioner for National Affairs to read a gist of what, and the AG of what they have done. And you agree with me, some of them were given several warnings. The moment you give a warning, that warning appears on the TV, on the either BBC, or in the paper in overseas paper. So we are saying that you are free to write whatever you want to. You can criticize the government, then we will set up. But don't destroy. See, when you know what you are writing is wrong, it isn't true and it's meant to subvert, to create disaffection, to create confusion in the country, then you are doing more harm than good. Because if the country collapses, you are within it. It doesn't collapse for me or for the colleagues. All of us are inside. Just like people traveling on a ship. If the ship sinks, we all sink. If the ship sinks, we all sink with it. This is what most of them don't understand. They think they are outside the government. The government is a separate entity somewhere. If it is destroyed, fine.
Very interesting for the man that they said he didn't know how to speak English and all. That's what we came to hear about Agyapong. They made all sorts of jokes about him and all that. This is Agyapong now talking like that. So that's Agyapong speaking very well and a very poignant statement that he made. Now, this statement was done, I'm sure, before Anas was born. And he's talking about people doing things that were untrue. I mean, the people who filmed the Kwesi Nyantakyi thing, they knew that the money that Kwesi Nyantakyi was collecting was not bribe money. It was money that he was collecting to pay for the ticket that he had bought. They were aware. Anas here, he is aware that the money that was given to Mr. Nyantakyi, the football president and who was a executive member of CAF and FIFA, Anas knew that this money is not bribe money. $40,000 is not bribe money for Kwesi Nyantakyi. After all, how much does he earn at FIFA? They knew that the conversation was that this money, Mr. Nyantakyi, is for your tickets. You had bought tickets 2 times to come. He had gone with George Oponwia, bought tickets for him. He's gone there twice. He didn't meet the people. Not that he didn't meet them. Because George Oponwia was involved, they decided to do it another time. Then they say, oh, go and come. And then they were giving him the money. They asked him, how much have you spent on tickets? He said, here is the money. Anas is aware that money that was being given to Kwesi Nyantakyi, it was not bribe money. He is very aware. He's the one Agyapong is talking about. That's my own matter with Anas. Nothing to do with the case. I'm now going to go on to the case. So let's...
Parliament investigation, Anas. Parliament, Anas, bring the investigation.
No cross obey.
All no say so about investigation. I don't know Katasu. Is Parliament more than judiciary? I didn't know show judiciary, don't show Parliament.
Another form of government.
Sure. I don't know more yet, massa. Okoto, ne bugre. Nyanyantre de wonko. I will fight for justice for every person in this country. And what all I'm doing is that justice for all. Not justice in the interest of the strongest. We are not in a Plato's ideal world. Justice.
No. Some say we back court. I only made fireman, cashman. I be court. I be tantana shwonim. And then you can sky. The guy will remove everything for everybody to see who Anas. And yes, I'm a court to make up. But you know, I'm interpretation say Ghana ni ba ko pe wo ha ono de otu cover the face me say me the force be yi ade no wonim am ya gye me say mo emrama Anas kwan say on share mass ne mra that day they will jail me. I'll beat the shit out of the guy and take that thing out.
Okay, so that's the Ken Agyapong. But the more you listen to him, the more a lot of things run through your mind. I mean, should investigative journalists have the power to conduct an investigation?